Hello, this is Essie, the homeless woman. It is 10 o'clock in the morning, and I usually don't be up at this time of the morning. I usually be still sleeping. I don't know why I'm woke at this morning, this time. Maybe I'm feeling happy about. I watched the Master's Voice channel last night, and it was some good news, some good things, some blessings and stuff like that. And I have had dreams to testify to what she is saying. So I was feeling good. Anyway, I'm gonna keep it to myself. I'm not gonna. Well, I did share some things on another video, but um, I'm not gonna say. So I wanted to finish telling you guys about this hair cream. It was cursive in writing, and I couldn't make out the spelling of it, but I can't pronounce it, but it starts. I did put the correct spelling of it in my last video, but it's for natural hair, and it's spelled RAJEEYAH. And you know the last three letters, YAH, that's Yah. So I was like, oh, no wonder I like it. It has Yah name in it, for Yahweh and Yahshua. Yeah, so it's spelled RAJEEYAH. I couldn't make out the EE. I thought it was a U, but and then it's Sweet Naturals Shea Coconut Moisture Cream. But the name of it is that word, and then Sweet Naturals. But yeah, that's how it looks. It's a black lady on it with natural hair, and she got a big earrings on. And this is how it looks. So it's like a, and I really love it on my hair. So I found my new cream from now on. I was buying another cream from a black lady, or maybe she was biracial, I'm not sure. But her cream, it was okay. It was just a little like a little watery, but this texture is perfect. I love it. It smells so good. And she also have this spray that you can spray on your hair. It's like water mixed with other things that she put in it, and you order the spray bottle, and with the liquid in there, and you can spray it on your hair. But I got this off of Etsy, ETSY, and she's also on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram, and she has her own website. But if you look at my other video, and I guess I'll put it in the comment section too on this video as well, how to spell, write everything down in the comment section. So that's what I wanted to give y'all, the correct spelling of this. But so I had this I've been reading Revelations, and I've been seeing how the end times is going to be, like Yahweh is going to judge the wicked, but he's also going to bless the righteous and his servants. The elect is going to be blessed. They're going to have prosperity. I was doing Uber the other day, and I had these 4 Asian guys in my van, and So they started asking, because usually a lot of times when people get in my van, they ask me, so what's the craziest thing have ever happened to you? Like they want to hear a story of someone acting a fool in my van. And I have to tell them I haven't really had no crazy things happen, which is a blessing, because I be seeing some of the things that happen on YouTube with the Uber drivers, and I be like, oh. And I pray every day, before I go out to do Uber, and that people don't act a fool in my van, you know. So I just pray. But I haven't had no crazy, outrageous stories. So, you know, um, so sometimes I didn't really have anything to tell them like that. So they was asking me about social media. What do I like to watch on social media? And I told them I like to watch people videos, that people that have their own channels on YouTube. And they was asking me what kind of stuff do I watch. I was like, I watch some gossip stuff. Gossip stuff about celebrities. But I started telling them about the Master's Voice channel. And so I was telling them about some of the things that she said is going to happen, her dreams and visions, and what the Heavenly Father has told her about America. And so he asked me, I said, well, I have had dreams too, to confirm what she's saying about Russia attacking America. In my dream, I saw Russia, but I'm giving bits and pieces of what she saw. She's seeing the whole kit and caboodle. So I told them I saw Russia, but she saw Russia, China. She saw North Korea and South Korea come together for the first time in years. And she said they came together, and they came with Russia and China as one to attack America. And so when I said North Korea and South Korea, they was like, hey, we're from Korea. It's two of us from Korea. So it's four of them. So two of them was from Korea. So I was like, oh, okay. So I told them that she said Cuba was going to be, bombs are going to come from Cuba to the United States. So and I told them I think there was other Asian countries too that was coming with Russia and China. So they were listening, he was asking questions, and he asked, well, when did he tell you when all this stuff was going to happen? And I told him I prayed, and I got a year. And so I told him the year that I was told that leave before this year. And so I told them that. And so he said, okay, so it's not real close and it's not real far, but you got time. I was like, yeah. So so I told them the name of her channel. So they said they were going to look it up and stuff. So yeah, so they did agree with me that I guess they did agree with Yahweh that, because I told them that Yahweh is not happy with America and what America has done to a lot of countries, by bombing them, and what they did to Japan, what they did to us, the children of Israel, and the Indians. We're the Indians. How she talked about, Celestia talked about how they had the kids on this conveyor belt. Like she said, babies, some were sitting up, some were laying down, and they were just playing with themselves, or playing with a toy or something like that. And she had them on they put the babies, the Caucasian people, which they call them what? Pilgrims or whatever. They give them a nice sweet name. So anyway, they put the babies, our babies, on a conveyor belt, and they went and they went into like a furnace where they just burnt them up. They didn't even kill them before they put them in a furnace. They put babies on a conveyor belt, and they all just went into the furnace like they didn't have like they wasn't even human. So I always like to say they were not human. They treat us still to this day like they are not human. It's not that we're not human, because when I think about what a person does to another person, if you can do that to another person that looks like you, got arms and legs, got eyes, look just like you, just a different color, but if you can do that to a person, you has to be not human. Not that that person is not human. You're not human. So I start looking at it like, you know what? That's the way to look at it. It's not that the people are not human that they're doing this to, is that they're not human. And then it's true when you think about finding out that everybody walking around is not human. It makes a whole lot of sense. There's hybrid people, and so when you find out that everybody is not human, you be like, oh, so that makes sense that why someone can do another person so badly and not feel anything whatsoever, because they're not human. And then some of them are, I believe. So they just, what Yahweh said, their hearts grow cold. So they said they was going to look up the channel. When you're on YouTube and you put in the Master's Voice Prophecy blog, that's not the first thing that come up. The first thing that come up is Master's Voice, a singing group. It's like, I think 4 men. And I'm like, if I put in the Master's Voice Prophecy blog, that should be the first thing to come up, not a singing group called Master's Voice. So they really like trying to hide her channel from people, especially new people, I think. They trying to hide her channel, YouTube. So that she said that they took millions of views from her channel. They took them away. Because I think the reason, because the channel is not monetized, so they didn't take them away to keep her from getting paid, because the channel is not monetized. But I believe that some people are so focused on views. So if a video has a lot of views, then they'd be like, oh, this video got a lot of views, let me see what this is about. So I think that's why they took the views away. They took millions of views away from her channel, her videos, because it would stop people from wanting to be like, oh, this got 1 million views, let me see what this is talking about, let me click on this. Instead of saying, so you took a lot of views from her videos, so instead of you showing that this video has 1 million views, they might show this video has 500,000 views or 300,000 views. So when you get up to 1 million, you'd be like, this must be really important. And so I think that's why they did it, to keep people from coming across her videos and stuff. Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you guys about this dream I had. So I had a dream, and I believe this has something to do with the end times, because it was savage. It was just savage. So and I did share it in the comment section of the video, how I know the Master's Voice channel is legit. I put it in the comment section. But so I had this dream that I had a couple of dreams. I had dreams that people are going to get robbed when they're by themselves. So that more and more people, if you're by yourself, and they see you by yourself, and they see maybe that you might have something they want, or maybe a nice car, or they're gonna rob you if you by yourself. That's what I was seeing in my dreams. So I had this dream that this public bus driver, and y'all know I used to be a public bus driver for 11 years. So I had this dream. This public bus driver was he was on his bus, and this man, robber, was on his bus, and he had a bang bang with him, and he was pointing it at the bus driver, and he was telling the bus driver to open the machine. You know, when you get inside the public bus, you pay, and with the machine, and then you go sit down. Well, he was telling that bus driver to open the machine. The bus driver, you know, there's nothing that bus drivers can open that machine with. And so the bus driver was using his bare hands to open the machine, to try to open the machine. But he was not being very successful at all. I do want to say, this not in dream, but there's no way that you can open that machine with your hand. When I used to be a bus driver, we would take the bus back to the base, and the people who cleaned the bus are the ones that had the machine. And so when they would take the bus to the, you know, right there where before they start cleaning the bus, there was this device that they had. It was on a rope, and it was connected to the building, and they would take that device and they would put it to the back of the side of the machine, and it would turn like that. It will open up, and then they could take the money out, which was in some type of round thing, and they would put it in this thing, and it would like vacuum suck, and it would go down under the ground. And so there was no way that a bus driver or riders could get into that machine unless they had this particular device. So the bus driver is trying to open the machine with his bare hands, and he was not being successful at all with opening the machine. So it was this another man that was watching him, and a few other people was watching. And so this man tried to go on the bus to help the bus driver. So when the man stepped on the bus to help the bus driver held up his hand like this, and I saw that his fingers was gone. There were no fingernail. See right here? There were no fingernail at all. It was like down. He had damaged his hand, and all this was gone. So he held up, and there were no nail whatsoever. All that was gone from him trying to open the machine so he won't take his life. So I know that Celestial said that Yahweh said that the hearts of man is going to grow cold. And so for someone to have a weapon on a man and making him open a machine with his bare hands, and seeing that his hands are being gnawed off from trying to open a machine, and he feel nothing, he's still forcing him to open the machine. So I was like, oh my god, when I saw that in my dream, I was like, so just imagine someone doing that, not feeling anything, and seeing this person lose their fingertips, and you still forcing them to open the machine. So, and I had another dream too, but Yahweh used me in that dream, and I was like, but I had a dream that I was driving my minivan, and I was doing Uber, and I made a wrong turn. I made the turn too fast. So it was I was supposed to make a right turn, and I made it too quick, and I turned into look like a hospital parking lot or something. And I realized what I did, and I was like, oh. So I turned around and I was coming out, and when I was coming out, a van was going past. It was like one of those bigger vans, and it was going past, and it saw me, and it stopped. It passed me and stopped, and the man got out, and he showed me a bang bang, but he didn't point it at me. He showed it to me. He held it up and showed it to me, and I guess he didn't want me to panic and take off. But and that was the end of the dream. But in my mind, when he did that, I was like in my, panicking, and I'm like, I gotta get away, because no way that I'm going to, let him get me out of my van or anything like that. I'm going to try to get away. So I had those two dreams like back to back. So I knew that when you by yourself, that people are going to start getting robbed. And so I've been seeing it on YouTube. People by themselves getting robbed. So be careful, and make sure you when you get in your car, you close your door right away, because I saw that happen to this man. He got in his car and he didn't close his door right away, and they came and they tried to take his car from him. When I'm at the gas station, because a lot of crimes happen at gas stations, I lock my door right away. I lock my door while I'm pumping my gas. So I set my alarm while I'm pumping my gas. My doors are locked, because I seen this lady was pumping her gas, and as she was pumping her gas, this man just walked right by her, got in her car, and took off with the pump in her car. And when he took off, it snapped back and hit her in the head. Yep. So I've been seeing a lot of crimes and stuff happen to women that are by themselves, especially at gas stations. So I'm always at the gas station, but I'm usually there in the daytime. Every now and then I might get gas at night, but I'm usually there in the daytime. So I gotta go get a new windshield for my minivan. I was doing Uber one night, and a rock hit it, but it hit it low by the windshield wiper. So I didn't see it until like a couple of days later, when the crack started moving up. So I put some crazy glue on it. It lasts for 2 weeks, and then I went to the car wash in that spinner thing, and then the crack started cracking all the way more. So I'm like, I made an appointment to get a new windshield. So I got to do that today. But I'm going to go back to lay my head down. Oh, another thing I want to tell you guys. For people that like have bad dreams and stuff, I noticed this. I've been doing this. So I have YouTube Premium. And so with YouTube Premium, you can do a lot of different things. Like you can have like a little mini screen. So say I put on a video or something, right? And no commercials whatsoever. So I put in a little video, unless that channel do their own commercials, but you'll get no YouTube commercials. So say I have something playing, right? A music, let's say music. And so I want to do something else. And so I just do like this. And so the screen goes into this little square, on my cell phone. And then I could be on the internet doing something. I could be searching something like, anything. I could be looking up and actually still listen, have a little mini screen and still listen to my music or whatever I'm listening to. And also I can turn off the screen go black, and I still hear, you know, whatever I'm listening to. So when I go to sleep at night, I listen to different chapters being read, like the book of Enoch. I've been listening to the Ethiopian version of the book of Enoch. Is 4.5 hours long, so I turn that on. Sometimes I turn on the book of Revelations. I'm gonna start doing other books too, and I turn it on, and I make my screen go black, and I go to sleep. And that's the sweetest sleep I have ever had. I am not lying. The sleep is so sweet, okay? And Satan do not give you any dreams during that time. So what's been happening is when it goes off, I'm trying to wait for them to go by. When the video stops is when I get these nightmares from Satan. And so I wake up from a nightmare, and then I realize, oh, my video is off. So Satan has given me nightmares after the video goes off. So if you having nightmares, if you having, some people say they get paralyzed and when they sleep, turn on these Bible scripture videos. Okay, I'm gonna have to let you go before the video ends. So talk to you later.